Hi, hello again today, Rubies. It's very good to see you all again. I hope you're doing well. I'm not 100% sure exactly what's going to come through, but one of the things that I'm immediately getting is there's some resistance here. And I'm not 100% sure if this is your resistance or the resistance of other people and energies. I have a feeling like it's a mixture of both. But this is my third time hitting record now. And the first two times I started the message and I immediately was like, blah, blah, nope, stop recording. Blah, blah, nope, stop recording. And I had the urge to do that for this message too, and the candle is going crazy right now. Spirit wanted me to push through. I'm definitely getting, now that I am, channeling more into this energy, that it's not your resistance, this is the resistance of others. Other energies, other people, other places, other things, whatever they may be. But you are protected. You are protected first and foremost. You will always be protected, and Spirit needs you to know that. And as I'm saying that, the candle's going crazy. Okay? You are protected. And the candle that I have burning right now is a protection candle. So you are protected. It is okay. You are okay. It will be okay. Now that we have that done, said, out of the way, it's time to get into the rest of the channeled message. Here are some signs or synchronicities that I've been picking up that are going to be relevant for at least one person out there who is watching this. Supernatural. The supernatural is really, really big and is a very big synchronicity. Whether this is mythology, whether this is stories and fables, or even just lore from the town that you live in. I'm hearing like the Appalachian Mountains, or just places that hold their own sort of folklore, or fairy tales, or fables, or old maids' tales, whatever they may be, right? So the supernatural and stories. Disney could be really significant, specifically Disney that is around, Disney princesses, or around Hansel and Gretel, or I'm hearing The Cauldron. I can't quite remember the full name of the movie, but it's something The Cauldron. I'm also getting Pirates in the Caribbean. I'm getting, I think it's called like Space Pirates or something along those lines. I'm also getting the show Once Upon a Time, which talks about the fairy tale, fable, mythology characters coming to our world through a curse. It also takes a very different turn and perspective on the different fairy tales and stories. Shows like Supernatural, True Blood, Teen Wolf, Vampire Diaries, the originals, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel. Oh, I cannot think of the name of the show. It's the show with the angel and the demon, and I believe they're a couple and they're in love with one another, and they're both men, but they can't quite be with each other, and I think it's a slight comedy. I haven't watched it, I'm so sorry. That's important for somebody. One of you is going to understand that reference. Shows like The Witches in West End, The Good Witch, Practical Magic, Hocus Pocus. Just very supernatural and fable and fairy tale shows, movies, and just stories and fables are very, very significant for this collective. Also, animals are very significant. Specifically wolves, turtles, foxes, owls, hawks. I'm getting beetles, specifically scarabs, which are connected to Egyptian folklore. I'm also getting snakes, spiders. Jumping spiders could be significant, or tarantulas. I'm also getting black widow or daddy long legs. I'm hearing hellhounds, or like hound dogs, bloodhounds, labradors, retrievers, chihuahuas are coming through, Great Pyrenees, St. Bernards, German shepherds. Cats are coming through too, especially wild cats, lions, jaguars, panthers, or like panthers are jaguars, actually, fun fact. Cheetahs, bobcats, what are they called? They're servals, there we go. Servals are significant, even just a brown tabby or a brown or an orange tabby or an orange house cat or a long-haired tuxedo cat could be significant. Frogs are coming through, as well as toads. Confirmation burp. Chickens, parakeets, anything else? Spirit? Doves, pigeons, seashells, the oceans, chrysanthemums, or chrysanthemum? I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Lilacs, sunflowers, birds of paradise, mother of pearl could be significant, deer or elk, 655. The colors green, white, blue, pink, purple, silver, brown, gold, copper are coming through. Marigolds could be really significant, or having Hispanic or Latin American or just Latin roots, Dia de los Muertos or Day of the Dead, or just celebrations that have to do with the celebration of the dead and those who've passed over, and welcoming your spirits and your loved ones from the other side and celebrating them. And the veil, Samhain, is coming through as well. Halloween, even. Fall, I'm getting heavy fall energies, pumpkin spice. You could have a fall birthday or a birthday in October. I'm also getting like turkeys, Thanksgiving energy, even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, because it's a, let's face it, it's a very interesting holiday. That's all I'll go into here on that. But you could have found bones recently, bones of a wild animal, or you could have recently visited a place that had bones, like a museum or a house or something. I'm seeing like fox skulls, or like goat bones, or like the femur and rib bones, and hooves and legs and the horns. And I'm also getting foxtail is coming through, which I believe that's an herb. And if it's not an herb, I believe it's a flower, a type of flower. It might be a weed. Coyotes are coming through. I'm also getting wishbone from a bird. Okay. Anything else that you want me to? Nope. Alright. That's everything that's coming through right now for channeled synchronicities. Oh, yes, rubies. Okay, here we go. The color red, if I haven't said the color red already, orange and yellows are coming through. Rubies, emeralds, sapphires, opal or opalite, lapis lazuli, green adventurine, tiger's eye especially, turquoise, topaz. I'm specifically getting blue topaz or topaz or green topaz. 1010 as I looked up at the timer. Pearls, diamonds, amethyst, clear quartz, angel aura quartz, crocodile jasper, I believe is what it's called, Dalmatian jasper as well. Dalmatians could also be significant. 101 Dalmatians could be another synchronicity, or the number 101. Archangel Michael, Archangel Haniel, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Metatron, Hades, Persephone, Hecate, or deities or spirits that you may work with or may be a part of your 1101, but I almost said 101. But deities or spirits or entities that work with death and rebirth and the spirit realm, or the underworld, or whatever your culture or cultures may perceive it as. That could be a very big synchronicity for you. But corvals as well, crows, ravens, magpies, especially since I'm about to use my Crow Tarot deck. So, alright, Spirit, are there any other signs that you want me to say before I go ahead and pull some cards? Demonology could be significant. Or I'm getting the 7 demon princes. Asmodeus, Beelzebub. I'm also getting energies of Lilith, Lucifer, and those are not, evil entities or energies. Those are just more of the heavier divine, dark, masculine, dark, feminine energies. And they also, a lot of them have to deal with the dead and transitions between life and death and the underworld and the spirit realm and things like that. So the message and or messages that my collective needs to hear today, Spirit? What is the message and or messages that my collective needs to hear today? As always, only that of love and light, protection, abundance, Spirit team, universe is allowed here in this space. Anything and everything else is not welcome, will never be welcome, so not to be. Black mirrors could be significant. Scrying mirrors, or doing mirror magic. I'm also getting return to sender spells, or eye gazing, or self-love magic. I'm also getting heavy shadow work, rituals. I'm also getting the energy of the Tower card, which I can feel some of you, your heart constricts at that, and the Tower is not as bad as a card as a lot of people make it seem. It just talks about new beginnings, and it talks about the destruction of the old to make way for the new. 1455. time to get into all the beautiful cards that I pulled for you. We have the High Priestess, the Three of Swords, the Five of Cups. I almost said the Four of Cups, so that could be significant for somebody out there. The Sun, the Two of Swords, the Hierophant, the Three of Pentacles, the Chariot, Knight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. What did I say? The Tower, Knight of Cups, the Lovers, the Moon, Strength, the Hermit, and the Hanged Man. And it's interesting that we got both the Sun and the Moon with the Lovers, because the Sun and the Moon card are a divine pair. They're the divine feminine for the Moon and the divine masculine for the Sun. You're currently in a moment of pivotal transformation and transition. You're going from this hermit into being seen. I'm also getting the energy, especially with the Three of Swords, of you're leaving behind the past heartaches, the past pain, 1744, and you're moving forward into the light, into the sun, and you're doing so. And by doing so, you're also going into your abundance, your light. Whoever this I almost dropped the Lover on the floor, which I always associate cards that fall on the floor as that card times 10. So this is coming in hot, and this is coming in fast, especially with the Chariot. Yeah. Whoever this person is, they are your Knight of Cups, okay? They are going to sweep you off your feet, and they are going to be the most beautiful, romantic, heart-fulfilling partner that you could have ever asked for. This connection is going to be divine union, or I'm also getting the message of divine reunion for some of you, because for some of you, this is a person that you have spent lifetimes with. This is not your first life that the two of you have met. Confirmation burp, and have lived and have loved, and I'm I am getting the energy of, for those of you who that resonates with, this is, you guys, oh, this is so sweet. You guys made a promise to one another in your last lifetime together that you are going to find one another again. And I'm also getting the message and the energy that for some of you that have had multiple lifetimes with each other, that you have made this promise every single time, and you have found each other every single time, and that's so beautiful and so sweet and beautiful. You are going to have so many options. So many options, 1955, so many options, so many opportunities, and just so many wish fulfillments. And you're not only going to have all these options that are reaching out to you or that are finding you because it's finally the divine timing for these things to come in, but you're also going to have other opportunities and pathways and passions and things come up within yourself. And these things are going to be new experiences, and some of them are going to be things that you've always known you were meant to do and you've always felt. And for some of these other things, they are things that are returning from when you were a child, from when you first came into this world and you were fully tapped into the divine, into your higher self, and everything that you were always meant to be before the world came in and disheveled that. With this abundance, it's not just a lover that you have coming in. You have community. You have community, okay? Like I said, you have options. You have options and opportunities coming in, and they're coming in hot, and they're coming in fast, and they are happening. I'm getting the energy. You've already gone through. No. Yes, actually, for some of you, you have just finished this tower moment. You have just finished making the decision or releasing and letting go and moving through what you needed to make make room for. Interesting. Removing and making room for, or choosing this next step in your life, whatever that may be. And for some of you, you're currently in the midst of this tower moment, and this tower moment is almost complete. And as soon as this tower moment, 2222, as I look up on my timer as I'm saying that, as soon as this tower moment completes, is when this lover and this abundance all comes rushing in. And Spirit, we have the High Priestess here. You know. And that's another reason why too. Why I feel like for this tower moment, it's different than most of the tower moments that you've had in your life, where you've had tower moments that were hard, that came in like a freight train and fucked everything over, okay? They hit you like a semi-truck, beat you down when you thought that you couldn't get 23, when you thought you couldn't get even more beaten down, okay? But they came in and they ripped the rug from right underneath your feet. But unlike those, this one is more so, it's more so gentle. And I'm getting why it's so gentle is because A, you've done this shit for so long. You're the High Priestess, okay? This is not your first cycle. This is not your first time around. This is not your first death and rebirth here, okay? You're very experienced. Very, very, very experienced. And because of this, confirmation burp, when these tower moments come now, listen, there might still be a small part of you that's like, ugh, okay, it still braces for impact. But it's not to the point where you used to completely flail about back then when you first went through your tower moments and were first learning how to deal with them and go through with them. We're like, oh my god, like a chicken without a head. Now you're just like, okay, it's here. Let's get this done and over with. Let's go. Come on, universe. I'm ready. Even if I don't entirely feel ready, I'm ready. And that is why this tower moment is easy and is gentle, because you've been through it so many times, and also because this time, this transition is different, because this time you don't need that bam, you don't need that hard impact. You need that gentle, like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. You don't need the whole typhoon, the whole tidal wave. So instead, this time, Spirit is gently taking you down the river stream. And by gently taking you down this river stream, you are releasing, letting go, melting, 2533, just whoosh, letting go, disintegrating even. The things that cannot come with you into this next chapter of your life while you are being birthed into this next version. And when you're being birthed into this next version, this version of you is the version that is going to receive these things because they are at the time, the divine timing, and have finally let go and released and gone through those transitions and made those discoveries and those choices and those decisions, that now they are ready for these next big steps, for this next path, this next chapter in their lifetime, to be, hold on, oh my goodness, where did it go? To be the Hierophant, to not only be the Hierophant and the teacher of their own life for themselves, but for other people. And the fact that this card has a key on it, which is just another confirmation of transitions, which I'm also getting heavy Hecate energy with this card again, because she is a goddess of the torches, of the crossroads. She leads people through transitions, through these changes. That is you. That is this new version that you are being born into. And I'm getting another reason why this tower moment that you're going through, or just finished going through right now, is because why it's so gentle is because you've been through so much heartache and pain, and you've learned the lessons that you needed to learn through the darkness, through the instability, through the aggressiveness, the tough love of Spirit being like, bam, tower moment, that now it's time for them to be like, okay, here you go, baby, here you go. We are now gently, 2755, gently placing this cloak, this blanket of love and warmth and abundance and sunshine over your shoulders. We're giving you a nice little mug of tea or coffee or cocoa, and we are sending you on your way to be in this meadow of blessings, okay? Because the storm is over. The storm has passed. Those typhoons, those tidal waves, everything that you've survived, you've learned all that you needed to learn in the turmoil and the survival. And now it's time for you to learn lessons through the joy, through the gentleness, through the peace. And most importantly, it is time to no longer do this next step of your chapter of your journey, your life's path alone, which is why Spirit is sending in this community. They're sending in your people, your divine counterpart, your divine family, your spirit family, your soul family. It is time. And I'm also getting for some of you that you might be receiving a mentor as a part of this community as well. So you are no longer just going to be the teacher, but you are also going to be the student, but you're going to be experiencing being the student in an entirely different way. And for some of you, this teacher might be, I'm getting a message for some of you who maybe don't work with Hecate or some of the other deities or goddesses or spirits and entities that I mentioned before that are, are those who want the highest of light for you, that maybe it's time to start working with them. And of course, take that if it resonates. If that is what you feel called to do, great. If not, or if you're already working with them, great, okay. And always remember, never use closed practices. You can work with and practice and preach what you want to preach but don't do the closed practices, okay? That's just another little snippet in there for you. But another message through this Hierophant card is that this teacher as well is the universe for a lot of you as well. It is the universe teaching you through grace and through ease and through happiness and joy and light that everything will be okay. And that you don't have to do it alone. And that things will always work out, will always be okay. Confirmation verb. Okay, they want me to pull some cards from my Enchanted Blossoms deck to end off this reading. Ooh. What is the message and our messages that my collective needs to hear today, Spirit? What is the message and our messages that my collective needs to hear today? So more to be. Oh my god, and that one fell on the floor. Hold on. Elegance. Lily. Archduke. God, these are such beautiful cards. I would love to get these cards tattooed on my body. They're just gorgeous. Joy. Gerbia Daisy. Pearl Emperor. And they're wanting one last card. Ooh. And Hope. Hawthorn. Black veined white. I don't have to say any more. Elegance, joy, and hope. Hold on. Elegance, joy, and hope. That is this next chapter. So continue to breathe, trust, let go, know that you are on the right path, you are doing everything that you need to do. And if you're still one of the people who is in the middle of this tarot, of this tower moment, everything will be okay. You will be okay. And like I said, just trust, breathe, have hope, and know that this tower moment is almost over, okay? And you will feel the moment that it is over. And for those of you who have just finished this tower moment, celebrate and get ready. And by get ready, I mean celebrate through joy and through hope and happiness, because brighter days are coming. I'm hearing Dog Days Are Over by Florence the Machine. And even, once again, for those of you who have not finished this tower moment, you still have permission and every right to celebrate. In fact, that's what Spirit wants you to do. And do so in whatever ways you're feeling called to do. I'm getting one last message that for those of you who are feeling called to start working with spirits and deities and spiritual entities and don't exactly know how to, feel free to leave a comment or to DM me over on my Instagram account. I will have it linked down in the description, or you can find it on my YouTube channel. And I will do my best to walk you through the helpful steps that I wish I had when I was once a baby witch going on her own spiritual journey. And, even if you're not a witch, the tips are still helpful. So, yeah. 88 and 19. I'm also hearing the number 25, 999, 888, 777, 666, 1313, 2424, and 3538. 3611 as I looked up the timer. Spirit also wants you to wear flowery scents, or to get yourself some flowers, or to get yourself some flower attire, or to even just decorate something in your house or in your safe little bubble with flowers, because they're a true embodiment of transitions and of love and joy and elegance and hope. Plus, you deserve it. Flower language might be significant too, so I would look up different flowers and their languages if you feel called to do so, as well as colors of flowers, and, well, I guess that's flower language. Hawthorn could also be significant, as well as daisies, or forget-me-nots, or lilac, lavender, cherry blossoms, roses, and orchids. Also belladonna, which I know that one's a poisonous flower, but the meaning and the colors are, yeah. Alright. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you all in another reading. Also, take the fact that I was called to come in here and film this right as the sun was rising as a message. Your sun is rising. You're in new horizons. Or you will be very, very, very soon. That Chariot card. Okay. I love you all so much, and I'll see you on another reading. 22. 32 could be a significant number. Okay, now goodbye.